Hello and welcome back to part 2 of Module 6. Today I want to introduce the topic of bare trusts. They are a type of trust that can be used to gift money to children under the age of 18. The trust could eventually make a big difference to the life of someone you love and wish to provide for, so it's worth knowing about. Bare trusts allow money to be paid by a settlor to a trust fund managed by a trustee, often parents and grandparents, on behalf of the beneficiary of the trust, which is usually minor children. Bare trusts can be used for a future life event like third level education fees or a deposit on a house when the beneficiary comes of age. Given the rising cost of education, a bare trust can act as a great safety net for the little ones in your life without adding to their future tax bill. It is important to note that a bare trust is irrevocable and transfers of money into the trust should not be reversible. So how does it work? Under Irish tax legislation, any person can gift another person up to €3,000 in a calendar year without a gift tax liability arising for the recipient. This is referred to as the small gift exemption. For minors, each parent can contribute a maximum of €3,000 annually, and the beneficiary will not owe any gift tax on the money. For tax purposes, this amount is also treated separately from a child's tax-free threshold of €335,000. A parent may set up the trust and can make contributions of €250 per month, which would amount to €3,000 a year or less if they wish. They will be the settlers of the trust and also the trustees who are responsible for managing and controlling the funds until these are released to the beneficiary at a date in the future. What degree of risk is involved in a bare trust? As the trust is operating over a decade or more and the amounts invested are relatively small, trustees are usually happy to entertain a higher degree of risk to help grow the trust funds. They might opt for a higher allocation to equities, stocks, over bonds, or even invest 100% of the trust in equity funds. Wealth managers or financial advisors work with trustees to make sure clear objectives are met, taking account of contributions and the degree of risk that trustees are comfortable with. Let's take an example of two parents, Ronan and Niamh, who have made contributions of $250 each per month to their son Connor's bare trust since he was 3. He is now 18, so contributions have amounted to $6,000 per annum for 15 years. This provides Connor with a trust worth over €90,000. The investment is held in the name of the beneficiary until they are 18 years old. Once the funds are released, trustees have no control over what the money is used for unless catered for under a standalone arrangement between the trustees and adult beneficiaries. It should be mentioned that most parents are reluctant to give a meaningful sum of money to their teenage children without financial education. A good financial advisor will regularly engage with their clients to ensure that the money accrued for their children is devoted to a long-term and fruitful goal, for example, college fees or a deposit for a house. Putting aside money for those who will need it later is always a good idea, and bare trusts offer an opportunity to do this efficiently. Talk to an advisor about how to get started. The next video will be an introduction to business succession planning. I'll see you then.